Recently, there's been a lot of reports about the meat shortage in this country. And I've heard a lot of theories. I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories. I've heard a lot of things that people have heard on YouTube from people who uh, don't really have any experience in that industry. They just like to bloviate and make themselves sound self-important uh, but I thought as someone with 30 years in logistics, maybe I should try to explain what's going on. First of all, beef, uh, the beef processing plants, the company I work for, that's our number one customer, the meat processing plants. I live in the Texas Panhandle. I live in the middle of cattle country. I haul meat. That's what we do. You know, uh, you have two problems going on with the meat industry, with the beef industry. One, you have people who are afraid to go to work because of what happened at the Smithfield plant. You have people who are afraid they're going to get the virus going to work. Whatever. I'm not. I'll say that for another time. It's whatever. Number two, restaurants are closed. Restaurants are closed. Hospitals are closed. Hospitals aren't closed. Schools are closed. I mean, they buy things in bulk. We don't. The average person doesn't go to the supermarket and buy 50 or 100 pounds of prime rib. We don't do that. Or T-bone steaks or even hamburger. And you can't process a cow, just for a few hamburger patties, some ground chuck or whatever. It doesn't work that way. So, because we have so many places that buy in bulk that are closed, or they're not doing as much business, because a lot of places do have curbside, takeout, but they're not doing the business they used to. They're not ordering like they used to. That's why the price of cattle is cheap, but the price of beef is going up. The bottleneck is at the meat plants because things are closed. You want to get the beef moving again? Open up the restaurants. Open up the schools when it's school season. Open up the big institutions that buy meat in bulk, and you'll start to see that ease. Now, a lot of people say, oh, they're bringing in meat from China. Well, number one, if they're bringing in meat from China today, they're bringing in meat from China last year, okay? And with the sanctions we have on China, I doubt they're bringing in any more meat now than they were 5 years ago. So that's not the problem. They didn't just start bringing meat in from China last week, and all of us, oh, there's all this meat from China. No, that's not the problem. That's these people on YouTube who sit down in their basement and they want to feel important, so they come out with this crap. And a little common sense, stop and think about it. I'm not saying we don't import any meat from other countries. We do. But no, we haven't imported any more this week than we did last month. So that's not the problem. My point is that's already in the supply chain. So it hasn't changed. Pork is a little different. As pork, pig farmers have so much room for their pigs. They count on getting rid of a certain amount of pigs at a certain time to replenish their supply of pigs. When they can't get rid of those pigs, they have the other pigs coming in, they end up having to euthanize them because they don't have room for them. And the plants, it's the same problem. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, I see, here's a good reason to go vegetarian. Sorry. We have vegetables rotting in the fields, produce rotting in the fields for the same reason. We don't order lettuce, tomatoes, celery, cucumbers, potatoes in bulk. We don't. And there are certain types of vegetables, I know this from hauling produce for years and years as well. See, unlike some of these people you listen to on YouTube and Facebook, I actually have firsthand experience on this stuff, okay? There are certain things that you can't even buy in a supermarket. When you go in a restaurant and you get a loaded baked potato, and there's big giant potato, or from my friends in the UK, a jacket potato, get this big giant potato, right? And they've got meat in it and cheese and all the whatever crap, thing put in there. Those big giant potatoes, you don't find them in the grocery store. They go to food service companies. Anytime I've hauled a load of those things, they've always gone to food service companies. You know, Cisco Foods, McLean Foods, whatever. They get distributed out to restaurants because that's who sells those things. You're not going to go down to Walmart or Meijer or Fred Meyer or Safeway or Ralph's or wherever, Kroger, and buy those. Because they don't. Now I'm sure there's some places, you know, specialty place where you can, I can buy these potatoes here. Okay, that's great. But for the most part, you can't. So where do they go? The restaurants aren't selling them like they were. You know, they're not doing the business they were doing. So there are, you know, a couple of reasons for that. And there are a few. I just wanted to straighten this out because I've been seeing so much crap on Facebook, you know, and I know everybody's looking for answers. And there are people out there, and I'm not trying to say anybody's stupid, but there are people out there who say, well, I don't see why we got a shortage of food or supermarkets are open. Because, I don't know, maybe they think that they grow the cows and the pigs and they grow the vegetables and everything behind the store. They got a little guy back there making the toilet paper. I don't know. You know, I don't know what they think all of us are going up and down the road in trucks for. Right? It's all just one big giant Smoking the Bandit movie or something. I don't know what they think. But there are some people who believe that as long as the stores are open, we should have things in them. And that's just not how it works. That's not how logistics works. That's not, I'm sorry. And it's not China. Look, China's done a lot of bad crap. I'm not here to take up for China. And I'm not here to take up for the federal government, because anybody who knows me knows I'm one step away from being an anarchist. I do not like the government. So open the country up. All right? And for all the people who are, oh my God, I'm scared, let me go. Well, then don't go. Don't go to the restaurants. Don't go to any of these places. Stay home. Don't go to the salons. Stay home. Same thing we do with the flu, right? You got a weakened immune system or you're elderly, you stay home. You don't go out, you know. Just do that. But for the rest of us healthy people, I'm out here working. Been out here working from the beginning. A lot of us out here working. Am I supposed to be scared? I could be scared, and everybody else that does his job could be scared. Then you have nothing. You would have nothing. So if I can come out here and work, and other people who want to come out and work can come out and work, ought to be able to come out and work. And if you want to visit their businesses, visit them. But I'm telling you right now, this is going to continue until we open the country. Our supply chain logistics was not created. It was created to supply the number of businesses we have in this country. And it's very, very fragile. And something like this can break it. And you see what's happening right now. This is what's breaking it. So anyway, long video. Sorry about that. Wanted to explain it. I'm sitting here right now, in fact, getting ready to unload a load of cheese for Taco Bell. And so there you go. So Taco Bell's going to, you know, they're going to have cheese. So if you like cheese on your tacos at Taco Bell, you're welcome. Have a nice day.